Okay, so like I'm almost home, still walking. It's really peaceful actually. I was like the first guy here. None of these houses were here. I lived here like over 40 years, and it was like by far I'm like I have seniority in like this whole neighborhood, like this whole area. Um, but anyhow, like I said, yeah, times change. This thing has been chirping like crazy, and wow, it's actually quiet right now. Nobody's like driving around all over the place. It's like it's going crazy. I wish I could have like a view. I want to try to get my GoPro set up where it's like you can, I don't know, like you can kind of see it like this or something. You can see everything, but you can read the numbers. So this thing is like, fucking, it's going crazy. It's like non-stop. I can't believe this. I should have done this so like forever. Anyhow, it's like it's almost like around. See how like the higher it goes, it's like the fields are very like I don't know. They're very sensitive to height. But this is around my head right now, head height. The phone's like almost right in front of my face. Focusing on stuff. There we go. Now, earlier I walked through this parking lot. It's one of these hotels. Right off here in Church in Windsor, so a lot of hotels here. Now watch, it should die down. So it's consistent. That's what happened earlier. Died down. It's like it's on the streets. See where I am? I'm like in the parking lot. And it's like it's almost off. It's fucking going nuts. It's like on the street, and I have no car, no bike. A lot of times if you have a pedal bike or something like that, this shit, it gets on your clothes and it off gases like in your face, and it's like it suffocates you, and it's like you feel delirious. You sometimes it feels like you're burning, you're out of breath, and they mock you with it too. They're like holding their chests and like breathing heavy. On YouTube I'll get like all these gas lights with like I don't fucking know. It's like somebody's like gonna like suffocate and like choke and shit like that. It's like, oh fuck it, it's like you're so tough. How high it is around my house. This is my street. That apartment building is like my mother and I built it, I suppose. This is the house that was like torn apart. It's like so brutal. It's like I had a little medicinal marijuana grow there. It's right, like a farmer. Look at it. Wow, like it's off the fucking charts. Holy shit. Now, when this stuff is like all over your clothes, it's a really big deal, eh? Like they want to get it all over your linens and your clothes, and you sleep in it, and like it poisons you. When it's really heavy, I used fabric softener. There's a lot of things that get rid of it. Get rid of like, or like they tame it or they kill it. And When I say it, it's either it's like an oil or like these hairs that like it's like I said, like they're like near invisible, but you there's ways to see them, and it looks like really weird. But it's a combination of the two, is what so far what I put together. And I think what happens, I think it's a type of fungi, is what I think, and I think like they get it all over you and it reproduces, because like the hairs get longer, and I think they put it in these fucking fields. Vibrations also make a difference, and like I think it's a defense mechanism. Like they start spitting out like this gas and shit, and like it fucks you up. And I think that those are like alpha toxins or mycotoxins. But I don't know. It's like if I had more equipment, but that's what they do. They make sure I don't have anything, so then they can win. Then they feel good. It's like their feminine emotional needs are met when that happens. But look how high it is here. This is my house, by the way. This is my house. For my entire life. It's a little overgrown, the bushes, but this is also some property that was in my family. My dad had actually. There was greenhouses all over here. You should hear like. I'm not gonna get into my life story, but it's like, put it this way: there was greenhouses all there. There was nothing here. This was a dirt road. There was no road over there. It was undeveloped. There was like all greenhouses here before. Like greenhouses, and it was like farmland. Man, I was like a farmer. This wasn't here. That was a greenhouse. I should show pictures one day of what it used to be like here. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. That's like made you look. I'm supposed to see something over there, but it's like I get so pissed off. I'm so sick of it, because it's like the solution is there's shit coming out of the fucking ground, and you got to stop it. And it's like I found a number of ways to do that, and then they made sure I can't do that. It's like I have no resources, and like you seen like this crazy shit where like how hard the ground was. It's like I used to drill holes and like try to release the gas, or like I would drill holes and I would like pour like liquid down there, like water or whatnot, and it would just like it would vanish. It would just like suck it all up. I'm like, where's this shit going? It's like it was fucking weird. Anyhow, it's quiet now. Okay, so I'm finally home. I'm starving. It's like I get in trouble for like. My mom says like I beat her up and shit. I got charged. I'm just gonna say it too, because it's all bullshit. I ended up getting charged with like fucking assault. I had to plead guilty. It's a long story, but they make it so that like they set it up so that like you're stuck in prison, and they're like, listen, if you plead guilty now, it'll be like you'll get time served, or you could just rot here for fucking I don't know 6 months maybe to a year waiting for trial. And it was like, my mom looked like she was on her fucking deathbed. So I'm like, listen, I just, whatever, plead guilty. I'm gonna go home. I wanna go home. It's like, everything's like chaos. Like, I don't know if you've seen what the property's like around here. It's like, it's fucking nuts. You should see what it's like too. It's like, you can't see those trees over there, but okay, that's another story. It's like one of the defenses that I have, and they stop me from doing it. It's like burning clean wood. It like kills them dead. It like stops everything. It's weird. It's like protected by fire and smoke or something. Smoke does something, and it's like I'll talk about that at another time though. Yeah, there's really simple ways to beat this, and it's like they go nuts. It's like a big secret, and I swear to God, they're trying to kill the fucking trees. Like, like they're replacing the trees with like these like zombie trees. I know it sounds nuts. I'm telling you, it's fucking weird. It's like they die and they come back to life, and they're like different. Like the wood is different. It's like they're like imitation. It's fucking weird shit, man. Anyways, well, guess that concludes that.